What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Offseason series. This is episode 1. Welcome. So it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm just having breakfast. Mimi made 4 eggs, some, what's these called? The Beyond Meat sausage patties, 2 of them or something. I have a Greek yogurt, a banana. We're about to go get some coffee. We're gonna walk on the beach, and then I'm gonna get in an individual training session at some field. I'm working on getting like a group of guys together for like a small group, but we'll see. It always takes time to kind of like find a good group and everything, but it's in the works right now. So, and I'm down in San Diego, California with Mimi and her family for this off season. So that's the plan. Let's get into it. Just got our coffee right now. Mimi and I are walking along the beach. It's fantastic. A little bit better weather than when we spent it up in Portland and freezed our nuts off. But we're just going to drink these, hang out for a little bit, do a little bit of a walk, and then I am going to go get my individual session in, a little training session, a little bodyweight workout afterwards. I don't know what Mimi's going to do. And then rest of the day, what do we have planned for the rest of the day?
Cat stuff.
Get some cat stuff. And in this video, I really wanted to do like a season recap about how I thought my season went, like my goals at the beginning of the year, if I achieved those, and then also just kind of talk as well about what my goals for next year are. So that's the plan. So it's been a very busy last like 7 days or so. We finished season in Tampa Bay, which you guys saw the playoff vlog. Unfortunately lost there in the first round of playoffs, and then the whole next week was kind of just packing up everything in Tulsa. I still have no idea what my plans are for next year, so I put like my mattress, couches, and the big things all in a storage unit, all in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I packed up all my clothes and everything that I need for the off season, and then Mimi and I drove all the way across country once again. I think this is like our 7th time driving across the country for off season or for season, and we drove all the way here to Encinitas, California. So now I'm just here in California hanging out, training. I don't know, pretty much be here for a majority of the off season. It has been 8 or 9 days since season ended, so I haven't touched a ball, I haven't done a single workout. It's just all been just resting, relaxing, hanging out, eating whatever I want, and kind of enjoying a little bit of a break. But yeah, I'm excited. I haven't touched a ball in 8 days, which is like forever. For this session is probably going to be about an hour 15, hour 30. I want to do a very general session, ball mastery, some dribbling work. I want to do some 1v1 work, like really dribbling, doing a step over or something, a little bit of passing or kind of like finishing into the goal. And then I also want to work on crossing. So in total, hopefully hour 15, hour 30, and then I'm going to do a bodyweight workout afterwards right here at the field. So yeah, let's get into it. Been warming up for like 5-10 minutes, feeling decently warm, and then I'm going to progress the session. Like the first drills are not going to be like out here striking as hard as I can. It's going to be like a ball mastery thing, again, to get the blood pumping more and to get warmed up in the session, and then it will gradually increase until the high intensity drills at the end. So I did about 15 sets of that, really just focusing on like tight touches, sharp touches, quick move, and then opening up the hips, slotting it to a corner. Now I want to move on to a little bit of like quick touches and a quick like open up the hips, far post curler like inside the box. And the goal with this is to make it really, really fast. This is like inside the box, you got half a second to get off a shot. So it's gonna be really, really quick and not as much focused on like setting up the perfect shot, taking your time, opening the hips and placing it. This is like trying to be very game realistic with it. The left foot felt better than the right foot there, which is kind of funny. But to be fair, most of the time in season when I work on crossing and finishing like after the training, I usually am like doing it as like a right back cutting in and doing that curled shot with the left. So I've been working on that like a lot this season. So it's kind of funny that it felt really good today. The shooting was not good. Legs are feeling pretty tired. I've been out here for an hour and 15 exactly right now. I'm just gonna turn this goal a little bit. I'm just gonna work on like deep crosses, just rolling the ball out, crossing the ball in from a deeper position, and probably just do like 20 reps with the right foot and done. The crossing wasn't the best either, which is fine. Like, I didn't expect to come out to the session today after taking 8 days off doing absolutely nothing and expect to be feeling sharp, best training session of my life. I kind of expected it to be a little shit, which it kind of was, but that's fine. Tomorrow will be better, the next day will be better, the next day will be better, and then 2-3 weeks, hopefully I'm playing some of the best footy of my life. And then that's always the goal. Keep pushing an off season without overdoing it, try to be as smart as possible, and then just really try to make a push and make a ton of improvements in the areas that I want to improve, so that when I go into preseason next year, I'm feeling very confident and playing the best I've ever played before. And I feel like I've done that very well, like the last 4 or 5 years, just every single season really trying to make improvements. So that's the same goal this off season. All right, I hope I'm not going to be blinding you guys with my white skin that hasn't seen the sun in a bit, but gonna get a little body weight workout in, going barefoot on the grass. If you guys are wondering too why I wasn't training on the grass, this is actually like a baseball diamond. There's no football goals or anything up here, it's just grass. So I could get a training session in here, it's decent, but I wanted to use the goal today, so I had to be on the turf. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, workout done. In total, about 1 hour and 15, hour 20 out of the field training, and an hour doing the workout, the body weight workout up here. So very good first day. Very happy with that. Feeling pretty tired, pretty dead, but absolutely loving the weather in San Diego. It's like 75 degrees, perfectly clear blue skies, no wind at all, and it's middle of November, so can't complain. A lot of you guys probably noticed already, but I've been trying to incorporate a lot of like knees over toes, like Ben Patrick's exercises, a lot of like body weight stuff. I do want to get a gym membership and do like the very standard, bench press, squats, all that kind of stuff in the gym. But today is literally my first day in San Diego, so getting a gym membership is on the to-do list. But I want to mix it up this off season. A little workouts like this, going to the gym, doing some stuff, plyometrics, like really just kind of mixing it up, trying a little bit of everything. That's the goal. Okay, I'm gonna go home, shower, but done with all the hard stuff for today, and it feels great. Okay, so I showered and I had lunch. For lunch, I had a little beef pot roast that Mimi's mom Diana made last night, and just reheated that up for lunch today. But now I want to do a little season recap, because I feel like I can't really step into the off season until I've talked about and kind of reflected on this last season. And I think the best way to go about this is I actually have a video clip from last year where I was talking about my goals for this 2021 season. So here is that video. So my goals for next season, wherever that is, I really want to get on the stat sheet more. I want to create more scoring or goal scoring chances. I want to get more assists. I want to get more shots on goal. I'm really happy with my 1v1 defensive play, my team defensive shape. I'm really happy with my touch and my technical ability, and even building out of the back. Even though I'm still working on those areas, I'm really happy with those areas. I just think that for me to really continue to develop as a player and to push on to higher levels, I think that final third, creativity, scoring goals, creating more assists, goal scoring opportunities, I think that's what I really need to improve on. So right off the bat, I think I really accomplished exactly what I set out to do. Like, I really wanted to be more effective in the final third, and this was far and away my best season in terms of stats. I got on the stat sheet multiple times. I got 2 goals, 3 assists, and I created the most chances that I've ever created. I think actually, like, I created more chances this season than a couple of my past seasons combined. So just extremely happy that I accomplished what I set out to achieve. And I'm just happy about that. I'm really proud of that. And I really owe that to all the work in the last offseason, all the crossing, all the finishing, all the 1v1 work, the small-sided games. It's not a coincidence, I think, that I had my best season after all of these off seasons, you know, building up to working on exactly that final third action. So yeah, very happy with that. And then in terms of like actual number goals that you can check off, I didn't say any in that video, but I do have my football journal right here. And last year, I wrote before the season started that I wanted to have 30 games, 5 to 10 assists, 2 to 3 goals, and then to push on to the MLS. So looking back at this year, I actually played in exactly 30 games. We had 33 games this season. I had 30 appearances, so perfect. I mean, I accomplished that right on the nose, which was pretty crazy. I wanted 5 to 10 assists. This year, I only got 3 assists. But even though I didn't accomplish that goal, I mean, the most assists I had ever gotten in a season beforehand in the professional season was 1. So by, you know, again, far and away the best season I've had in terms of assists. And then I've also had 2 goals, so I can cross out that 2 to 3 goal. And then finally MLS, and that's like in the works right now. I mean, everybody always asks, like, do you want to play in the MLS? Do you still want to play in the MLS? Like, is that still one of your goals? Of course. I mean, I don't think that you can be a high-level footballer without constantly wanting to play at the next level. Like, it just blows my mind, any player out there in the world playing pro, playing collegiately, playing somewhere that doesn't have a little bit of like, I want to play higher than this. I want to play in front of more fans. I want to play for more money. I want to play for higher stakes. Like, every single player, I think, has that. And I think there's something wrong with you if you don't have that in you and you don't want to play at a higher level. So MLS is always on the something that I want to achieve. And it's still something I want to achieve. And it's something I'm talking with my agent for. But on the other hand, like, I'm not an idiot. Like, I know that me being a 29-year-old fullback with 0 MLS experience, I'm not the hottest commodity when you have, you know, younger players that are 17, 18, 19, getting pro starts, getting assists, getting goals in the USL. They're going to look a lot more attractive in terms of bringing to an MLS setup than me. And like, I'm not, you know, blind to that. I obviously see that. But it's always something that I'm striving for, and it's always something that I'm wishing for and working towards. And, you know, it's just going to have to be the right setup, the right thing. You know, the stars are really going to have to align for me to get a shot at that. But if it does, if any opportunity in the MLS comes from my agent anywhere, a preseason invite, a trial, whatever, like, I'm going no matter what, 100%. I'd take a chance in the MLS over a secured contract in the USL. And I would take a risk. I'd be a bench player, I'd do whatever, you know, to as long as I can push up one level higher. And again, I would go abroad as well. If there's a better team that I think is a step up from the USL, I'm gone. Like, I want to continue to push higher and higher because I really do believe that I'm entering my prime now. And I've always felt I'm kind of a late bloomer. So I definitely think that, you know, the USL is not the end goal. I don't think anybody in the USL is like, yeah, I'm happy here. Everybody wants to use this league as a means to achieve more and to go higher. So that's the season recap. That's a little bit of goals going forward for next year, all that stuff. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I don't know what the plans are. Maybe he's got some errands for me to run right now, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. What are we looking for, Mimi?
Scratchers.
For what reason?
You won't stop scratching the furniture.
It's so Levi and Gucci don't tear up Diana and Kevin's furniture.
Precisely.
Hopefully.
Okay, so we got the lumpy ones, which Gucci likes.
All right, chore number 2, clean out the car from our cross-country road trip because there's cat litter and cat food and our food everywhere. Just really fun stuff. Okay, so very, very low-key night. You know, maybe do a few chores. We had to unpack all of our clothes and everything and get organized here. Then we ate dinner and then we watched the movie Gringo, which was pretty good. But yeah, pretty low-key. But anyway, if you guys have seen one of my off-season series before, you guys know I do something called the continuous Q&A, which is where you guys ask questions in the comment section in every single one of my videos, and I always pick the most upvoted or one of my favorite questions and I answer it in the next video. So comment your questions below. I'll read through them, keep commenting them, you know, even if it's the same question, it doesn't get answered, comment them in every single video, you know, going forward, and I will pick my favorite ones, pick the most upvoted ones and answer it in the video. And it can be about anything: training, off-season, diet, you know, working out, my season, my life, whatever you guys want to ask, I'll find the best ones and answer. And I call it the continuous Q&A. So be sure to do that. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next off-season episode. Let's get it.